Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over Odette's second album called Herald. She is a Sydney-based singer. She has great voice. She has great everything about her. And even though I did not get into her first album called To a Stranger that came out in 2018, I did get into her I did get into a single called Lights Out, which came out in 2019, and I really liked it. I love the sound. I love the her voice was really nice, so I was pretty much sold with that song. But I didn't really do anything for a while with her until she came out with the song that came out in February 2020 called Feverbreak, and I really liked it. I loved it, like kind of poetic sound, like the poetic way that it felt. Like it didn't feel like more of a it felt like a song eventually, but it started off like a poem, and I really loved that piece. It had this weird kind of dark creepy sound, like aura about it, and scary like aura about it too. But she's pretty much talking about, in that song she was pretty much talking about like a toxic relationship, but it made it seem like he was gonna like kill her that night, and I was like, ugh. So after that type of emotional pull that I got from her, I immediately was thinking like I need to get into her album. Oh god, like extra chapstick. um, I was thinking to myself like I need to get into her album wherever this single was gonna be attached to. So, but here it is. Here's the album. So let's get into it. So first of all, this whole album is doing the thing that you know I love, which is the leaning into a story arc throughout the whole album. And I think that the whole album is pretty much talking about a toxic relationship that she's with, where she feels like she has to prove herself a lot. But on top of that, even when she shows herself that she's not really being she's proving herself for his satisfaction, for him to be satisfied, but at the same time, she is not feeling satisfied because he's not doing the same effort towards her, and so it feels like his insecurities are being like tended to, but not hers. And I think over time, you start seeing herself feeling like she's like, this is not working, so I'm going to move on and call off this relationship. And of course, he feels hurt. We go into different and then after that piece, we go into different ones where she starts kind of like thinking about like the relationship and looking back at it and realizing that she does have some love. She still loves this person, and I love how she goes into different spaces where she's like, I wait for you to call me and tell me that you miss me, you're sorry, so we can get back together, kind of thing. Which comes off from her song, I Miss You, I'm Sorry. Which is her thinking about the memories of the guy, and just like I think about him all the time, and then I still have this piece of me that wants him to say like, oh, I'm so sorry, I miss you, come back to me, I miss those eyes that used to love me, kind of thing. But then it goes into, but there's not really much order. There's some order to it, and there's some not. Like she sometimes dips right back into the relationship. So she'll go from Harold, which is confessing, she's like, this cannot work. This relationship cannot work. Going into Dwell, where she's out of it, but she's still thinking about the relationship. Going into Trial by Fire, where she talks about how how she has to prove herself over and over to this guy, and how he compares his lack of boundaries towards her only gives her so much space of days where she has peace and love. As she says, your lack of boundaries meant my days of peace and love were few. And she says, I'm not her, I'm not this person, but you still make me feel like I'm this person, kind of thing. To prove myself. And then it goes to, so what I know is not enough, is another piece where it's just like, she goes to the space where it's just like, this is not working. Even though this is happening, I do want to, like, your words mean nothing either, so he's kind of a liar, and she's moving on. Then it goes into Miss Me, or I'm sorry, I miss you, I'm sorry, where she thinks about the past relationship, she's out of it. And then it goes to Foghorn, where I feel like, personally, this is her talking about the moment that the relationship is breaking, that the actual breakup actually happens. where she says, delicately pulling and prying at the seams of your lounge chair, nervously noticing your anticipation. Pretty much just sitting back, just waiting for the other foot to drop to officially call it off. Going into Feverbreak, which is featuring Hermitude, which is, once again, I talked to you about this song, really love it. This one talks about how she's addicted to him and she wants to go back, and she does. She knows that he's pretty much using her for his own securities, his own gains, and not really seeing her as an actual person. But she can't help herself going back to him, back to him, and back to him. So I can't tell if this is her going back into the relationship again, or thinking about the past of what she used to do while the relationship was going on. Going into Amends was another one I really liked. I felt like this one was talking about making amends to herself. So this is after the relationship. She's talking to herself and learning to love herself again, and learning to treat herself and lick her wounds and everything from what happened in a past relationship. And then it goes into Why Can't I Let Sunset, and also Wait for You, which is out of the relationship, where she talks about how why can I let the sunset, talks about why she can't just move on, let it go, have these memories not come to her all the fucking time, which is just like, it just keeps, everything reminds me of you, everything just pops in here at the most horrible time, and I just can't seem to just let it go. Wait for You feels like a lot like I Miss You, I'm Sorry in a way, because she talks about how she's like, I've been told that I've been told not to let it take hold, to resist the embrace of this, wow, my writing's horrible, of this darkened place, but here I lie in this orange evening light with the sun in my eyes as I wait for you. I don't really know if she's waiting for the dark feelings to come in again, is what the first initial thought I felt from it. But I also wouldn't put it past if she's waiting for him to once again call her and say like, oh, I miss you, I've changed kind of thing, so she can get back to him, due to the fact with Feverbreak, she has a bit of an addiction towards him. Mandible, I feel like was about, which is the last song, I feel like is about her trying love again, being open to love again, I couldn't really understood actually what it meant, honestly, but one thing I saw was, I will lash out at the web that's keeping me from everyone. I don't know what that means. I don't know what this part means, because then she also says, take my heart in your hands, feel it beat as we dance. I don't know if she's talking about a new love that she found going to the bar, or is she, like, I couldn't really put it down. What I got from it at first was that since it's the end of the song, or end of the track, or end of the album, it's her saying a hopeful direction of like, I'm tempting to go into new love again, like open myself up again to learn to love again, to a different person, and not let this toxic relationship that happened to me affect my future, kind of thing. And I really like that. That's pretty much it. The album is really nice. It's very, very dark. It feels dark. The atmosphere is very dark and creepy and sad, and so it's a little bleak in that direction. So if you listen to this, like I did after this, I listened to something a little more happier. But I love this honesty and vulnerability that it has with itself. It's really, really nice. I give this one a 8 out of 10. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. If you heard of Odette before, she just has a great voice. I really love this poetic direction that she takes with her music. Can't wait for more. Leave a comment below, tell me if you know about her. If you like this album, if you liked her last album, let me know. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell too, so you can get more of my videos. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.